Hello. Sorry about the bad lighting and bad face. I'm on day 3 of a migraine and I just don't even care right now. But I do care about the state of people's benefits. So, just wanted to come here and talk about a couple of resources. So, we haven't qualified for SNAP in a long time because every time my husband gets any kind of overtime, he makes too much suddenly. Um, so we just haven't had Snap. Like we've had it a couple of times here and there for a couple of months at a time, and then that overtime hits and they do a review and they're like, "No, you don't qualify." So it doesn't really affect us, but it affects a lot of people I love. So I thought I'd come here and make a video and talk about some of the resources. One thing that I've been seeing, a really common pattern, is that there are a lot of those little take a book, leave a book local libraries. They are starting to go half food pantry and they're putting things like diapers and formula and non-perishables in there. So keep your eyes out for those things. Also, if you are in Utah, the Utah Food Bank has mobile pantries. And if you find one close enough to your house, you can take a wagon and they do walk-ups. You don't have to just drive through the mobile pantry. They will do walk-ups. I have seen it. I have done it. It's a thing. So please feel free to use the mobile pantry options. They will have walk-ups. If you are a member of the LDS Church or if you're willing to sit through sacrament meeting to make the bishop happy, they have a thing called the Bishop Storehouse. And in exchange for things like volunteer time at the cannery and stuff like that, they're happy to help you get some food. So, um, I know it can be really hard, especially if you're not religious or if you're part of a different religion or if you had to walk away from the LDS religion, as some of us have had to do. It can be really hard to go back and ask for help or to go to them to ask for help. You don't know what to expect. In my experience and in my friends' experience, usually it's come to the 1 hour meeting on Sundays as often as you can and try and do some volunteer hours and we'll get you a food order. And it's not like the best stuff, but it's pasta, it's spaghetti sauce, it's some ground beef, it's cheese, it's the things you really need. They even have like, at least when I was a kid and my mom would use them, they had like frozen yogurt and stuff like that. So it's your relatively healthy basic staples, a couple of extras in there too. Their orange drink, their Tang is not that bad either, in my opinion. And I like their hot cocoa. But yeah, so, and I know they're not the only church that does it either. There are lots of churches that are getting together some resources. I also have this nifty list that my lovely younger siblings, significant others sent me. Let me pull it up really quick and I'll read you some of the resources that they sent. So, Trader Joe's actually donates unsold and still good to eat products to community-based nonprofits. So go Joe's. Woo! Yay Joe's. Okay. So here's one of the little libraries. This one. Charter number 206032. If you go onto the little free app or website, I guess that's a thing. Go download the app or look up the website and see. She sent me a ton of links. It's been awesome. Let's see. So utahfamilies.org. Utahfamilies.org is a website you can go to. If you qualify for SNAPs and you have children under 5, see if you can get on WIC. WIC is, I do qualify for WIC. It's absolutely helpful. It makes sure that my daughter has bread and peanut butter and cheese and milk. And the other day she picked out broccoli from the store. She got bananas. It's specifically for those children. Obviously, you'll use like ingredients for family meals, but it is specifically to feed the children. So if you have kids under 5 and you haven't looked into it yet, look into WIC. Let's see. So if you go to davis.k12.utah.us/page/teen-centers, they will show you all the teen centers that have food pantries in Davis County. See, there is, sorry, I have so many I did not filter through first. Okay, the Rescue Mission of Salt Lake, Granger Community Christian Church, Crossroads Urban Center, and First Baptist Tooele, Salvation in Ogden, Salvation Army, Hope Center, Utah in Clearfield, Seventh Day Adventist Church of Ogden. So there's a few different ones in Ogden. And down south, Salvation Army St. George, Utah Food Bank Blanding, Beaver County Food Network. In Cedar City, my Cedar City friends, I love you, I miss you. We went to school together. True Life Center, my loves. True Life Center. So yeah, and this is all. You can also call 211, and all this information can also be found on United Way. So let's see, the family adventure list. United Way 211. Here we go. Bountifulfoodpantry.org. Ladies of Charity Northern Utah.org. AbundantLifeUtah.com. UtahFoodBank.org. And slcls.libnet.info. So yeah, lots and lots. Like I'm still scrolling through. She sent me literally, I think, hundreds of different resources because, well, she's just awesome, and I really appreciate her being an amazing partner for my sibling. So yeah, UtahFoodBank.org, Community Action Provo, Tabitha'sWay.org, lots and lots of different food pantries. And as somebody that does use the food pantries, I use the mobile food pantries regularly. Every Saturday that they are open, I am there. And I get fresh produce, I get bread, I get milk, and it's a little different every time. You're not guaranteed something every time, but it helps so much. So I really hope that this was helpful. I really hope that you guys can utilize some of these resources. And I hope that these resources, if you're not in Utah, can help you find or figure out where to find your resources in your own state. Um, and like I said, it doesn't matter what state you're in, churches are always a great resource. You know, the few bad apples tend to give Christians a really bad rep. You know, so I know it can be nerve-wracking, but don't be afraid to see about those church resources either. And if you're just super respectful about it and you're like, I'm spiritual, but I'm not into the organized religion, I'm not into the crowds, they'll usually be pretty accepting of that. Like I said, the LDS church will probably have you do like a singular hour of meeting each week and then some volunteer time or something like that. But that's because they do own their own cannery, they do own their own furniture thing that and they are the some of the people there are actual employees, some of them are church volunteers. The LDS church helps create jobs and they actually donate a lot to the local food pantry here as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if they did that in other states. But like I said, they're not the only ones. And a lot of the other churches probably won't give you those same requirements. Jewish Family Services, I know, is one that's helped out a friend of mine personally, even though she's not Jewish. So, don't be afraid to reach out to those other resources. We're all one earth, we're all one people, and we just need to watch each other's backs and we need to help each other out. So be safe out there, happy eating, and maybe next time I'll make a video with the lights on because I won't have a migraine. Okay, love you, bye bye.